Just giving this time at least 1 minute to warm up. Not expecting anybody to be here, but you watch it later. Showing off my roses. I picked these today just before the video, so they're still fresh. And they smell so pretty. My bush is just full of roses. So good morning. It is 10 a.m. and it is Tuesday. Good morning, quilt bombers. BOM'ers, blocks of the month galore. I have a little bit of an update today, not a big one, but it might take all of the 15 minutes that I give for these daily videos, Monday through Friday. Yesterday was a holiday. I hope everybody had a wonderful Memorial Day. I got back from my trip to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, yesterday afternoon, about 12:30ish, and took a nap. And then I came upstairs and did some sewing. But I had a great time. I got to see Minnehaha Falls and eat at this seafood eatery that is right by the falls. That was fun. I enjoyed that very much. And fortunately, I forgot to post a picture of it. I can show it on my phone, I think, of the falls. Here's a picture of the falls, Minnehaha Falls in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yeah, it's very nice. It's a nice little park. It was very gray and cloudy and a little bit on the chilly side and somewhat misty, only because we were by the falls. I think there was more mist than anything, but had the sun been out, it'd have been a really, really gorgeous time. The longer you sit outside, the cooler you get, but we ate outside and had a shrimp po' boy and enjoyed it, every minute of it. Richard and I split a sandwich and some french fries because we ate a lot on Saturday. Went to dinner with his son to Applebee's, and so I got to spend some time with Levi and get to see him, and it was all fun and good, and meet some new people and hang out with some guys, watch Richard fix a car. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I got to spend some quality time with him, and I really, really needed to see him. So I am now home, and let's get an update in. So let's start with the Primitive Gatherings monthly minis. I got the other side put on. I've got both sides put on. Now I'm ready to put tops and bottoms on. So I don't know if I'll get this done today or not. But you know me and HSTs, I'm not really looking forward to doing any more of these. I'm pretty much done. So I'm kind of spacing this out. I'm spacing this out. But there's a link below. The new one is out, and I'd like to get started on that one. You know what it is? So that's why I wanted to get this done before the new one came out, but it didn't. So there we are. So there, it'll be done here shortly and getting ready to quilt pretty soon. I hope to get started on the basting like tomorrow or Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I have to remember what day it is. All right. So from the Strawberry Garden book with Fig Tree, I am working on the vintage bow tie sew along, and I have finished all my blocks from last week's assignment. There are 20 of them in all the yellows and oranges. I got all of those done. And now this week there's another 20 that are due. And according to the schedule, I thought it was like on Tuesdays, but I guess yesterday we were supposed to start with the next one. So with each fat quarter that you pick, you cut out 3. And so to have 20, I had one left over, so I don't have to cut that one. So I'm only going to cut 19. So I'll finish with this. I'll start with this one. But now I got to pick the next 7 colors so that in order to get 20, 3 from each, I need to have 7 colors picked. So I've got these darker greens. Do I do those next? Am I feeling that color yet? I don't think so. I like these lighter greens, and I have a whole bunch of those. So maybe I got all 7 of these. We got this one. I like that. We've got this one. And we've got this one. So that's 3. Here's number 4. I think I'll work on greens. 5. This little green jobby and the one with the scissors, my favorite. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one is this one with the little baskets. So I think I'll do greens next. So I'll cut those out, match those up with a neutral color, all of these, and then get started on sewing these up. So I have these done, the next 20 done by next week, I guess by Monday, apparently, not Tuesday, according to the schedule. So I'll take another look at that, but I'm pretty sure that's the end of that. But I will work on the greens and then this last orange one and get that taken care of. So that's my project for today. I want to get all those cut out today so I can start sewing those up over the week, the rest of the week. So yeah, here's my bow ties. My bow ties. They're so adorable. I'm loving this quilt. I think I'm going to just really enjoy this one. These are the orange and yellows. There's that yellow, because there's 3, and each one has a different background chosen. That's those. I was hoping the lighting would be better. I did close the curtain on the window over here. It is a very gray day, but you know, it's still a little bright outside. All right, so there is the update on the vintage bow tie sew along, and I will show you my board of all those beautifully cut green fabrics. So next we have laundry basket quilts. Today was the release of block number 22, and that is this block right here. So instead of sharing my screen, I'll just show you her block. I printed it off. So I'm really liking this one. This one's a very simple one, but yet I can choose some of my stripe fabrics. And the outside fabric is a stripe of a medium blue. So let me see. I do have, now this one's a little dark, so I think there's another one that I think I'm going to choose, but this one here is a little dark, but I really want to get to that one. So let's take a look here. I have another one. It might be in the bin behind me though. Hold up. How did I use this one stripe? Well, this one would work. This one right here. That will work. I like that. Let's do this one. Let's do that stripe for the outside. Because the other one I was thinking of is, oh, here it is. This is the one. This is the one I was thinking of. This one here. A little bit on the lighter side. Otherwise, this one here is a little darker. But according to that, that is a medium. So what am I going to do? This one or this one? You know, let's pick the others. Let's pick the other colors. So the dark color, it looks like I could get away with a polka dot. Let's find a dark one in here if I've got two that I could use. That's only got one. I think I need one that has at least two of them to stretch it. What have I got here? Let's see. We did this one. So these were the colors I used last week, so I won't use those. I'm going to find a dark one that matches these blues. That doesn't match. How about this? I could go with that batik. What else have I got here? So we don't use those. Now, if I went with the stripe, I could go with this. Does it go with this one? Kind of works. Kind of like this one better. Let's take a look here. What else have I got? And her picture, it has a little bit of a viney pattern to it. Sorry, I'm not holding it up long enough. Oh, I could do this one. It's been a while since I used that one. Let's see. I'm still liking this stripe right here. I want to use that stripe, so I'm thinking that will work. Those tans match very nicely. And then the center part is a really light floral. And I don't want to use that. So I really don't have a background in this one. Let's see. So why don't I go with polka dot, because it's just a square. Polka dots and stripes. I don't know that I like that one. Let's see. Where's the rest of those? They're all down here. Didn't I already pull them out? Yes. Or I could do this one. Could do that. I can consider this my background when I do my heart. I could. So I think I'm counting this one out. However, that does look pretty nice, doesn't it? Which one do you like better? This stripe with these? Or this stripe? I like the lighter one. I'm going to go with this one. So we're going to do these three. And I'm going to take one more look here at the center piece. Do I want a polka dot? Really not seeing what I like here. go with a tan one. Here's some that only have one of each of these. Let's see. No, I'm not liking any of those. I don't think a polka dot is going to work with this one today. That one works. But there's two of those, and I only need one. How about this one? Nah, I think I am going to go with these three right here. I'm going to do these three right here. And we're going to make my block with that. So there, I've made my fabric choices now for that block, and I can work on that today, and we'll reveal the finished result tomorrow's video. So I can put all of this away. Here's my stack of previous blocks. This was last week's. It's all bent. Last week's block. All right, so I've got that chosen. I chose the colors for my next vintage bow tie colors. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is, and I thought about this last night. I'm like, wait a minute. Next week is June. There is a annual Halloween mystery quilt that the Fat Quarter Shop does every year. And I've done the past 2 years. And so I went out on the blog to check to see when this one's starting, and it says Tuesdays in June. So I started getting myself into the mode of let's take a look at this, the fabric requirements and everything, and see if I can handle this. So I pulled off and printed off the fabric requirements for the quilt, and it's this quilt right here, and it looks like it's going to be a long, narrow, probably wall hanging door banner. So I'm like, okay, and it's done in solids. So I went and pulled out my solids bin and pulled out fabrics that would work, that I have enough of that could work. And so I picked out a gray as the background for the schedule, the top one here. And then there was a white for like the ghost. So I picked out this out of my white bin. So I've got those two. We're good. That's fabulous. And then there is a little bit darker gray. So I chose this one, this fat quarter out of that. And I think that's all I needed was a 9 by 20. So I got a fat quarter. And that is slightly darker than the background fabric. And then there is a black, which is the border and the hat and the eyes and the nose of the snowman there. So I pulled out a black. So now I've got all the white, the gray, and the black. Got all of that. So I can get started with at least the snowman part of it. However, I see there is a green in the hat, and there's some orange and peach. So I pulled out this green fabric. It's a little bit mottled, but it was in my solids bin. And it's kind of a greeny apple, but a little bit muted, not like my shirt. It's a little bit more muted. So I think that would look nice. It's very Halloween-y. There is peach. It's a little bit bright. You can't really see that from here. I have to change my coloration. But there's this, I have a small amount of this peach color. That one, there's another fat quarter piece. So I see that in the picture above on the top there. But that might work. If not, you know, I do have local quilt shops I can go to. I got a darker orange. So a comparison of those two. I like that. It goes well with the scheme of things here. This orange does anyway, compared to this one, which might work. I'll have to, when I get to that part, I'll have to look into that. I may go get a different orange because I don't have, or peach, I should say, because it's more of a peachy color on this one here. And then the other color is a purple. And so I pulled this out of my bin, and it is a, I'm not sure who made this. I don't remember even where I got it from. It was a quilt along I did some time ago, or at least I started and never finished. I still have the pattern, but I never went any further than the first block. So this is a purple, and it is also a a woven fabric. So I think that all goes well. I'm a little hesitant on this orange one, but all of this so far looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And the fact that in my stash I have this that I can use, I'm very pleased. So this one here, and if I can get away with using a print, I have plenty up here. Peaches and stuff. So I might pull something out there if I think a print would work. So those are my fabric selections to get in on the spooky and sweet sew along. And so my theory is it starts next Tuesday. I don't know for a fact, but the blog said Tuesdays in June. So I'm going to stick with that. And I am prepared. Should I want to sew along. So I just wanted to show you previous year's sew along. So this was last year's quilt. I haven't finished it. Is it in the right direction? So this was the one I did last year. This is with Tim Holtz Fabrics. And I'm not sure if it was Betsy Chuchian, but the stars and stuff were done with it might have been Kim Deal, but I think it was like cheddar and coal colors. And I think the cat was done with that. But I used the background and the windows and the doors of the castle, and for the bat up here are all Tim Holtz fabrics. And I still have lots of this left. So I can go into my Halloween box. You can't see it up there, but it's a top box up there. And I might pull it out when we get into doing this a little bit more, but this needs to be backed and quilted. And this was last year's quilt along. I can't even remember what it was called. And that's been hanging in my closet over there. And then this one's the year before. And this one here, I didn't know if I wanted to finish it at all. I don't remember the name, the fabrics where they came from, but I made it. I made the top. I'm not sure if I was brew. And so, and these patterns are all still out on the Fat Quarter Shop, and they are free. So I got the Fat Quarter bundle at my local quilt shop, and she's got a nice little corner in the store where she's got some really cute selections, and she always carries the Tim Holtz stuff. So, and I'm kind of a big fan of that. But this one here had like the little bottles of poison and juices, and the hat. And I tried to do some fussy cutting with the lips and mouths and the fangs and things. So, and then there were some skulls and stuff in my candle. So I don't remember which fabric designer that was, and I honestly, I don't know if I'll ever get this quilted. I still have this purple fabric, so, and it is in my Halloween box. So I might pull that out and show you my Halloween stash, because it's not a whole lot. And then there's another one that I had done the year before this one, and it is downstairs in my quilt cabinet, and it gets put out every year because it is my favorite. And so I will bring that out and show that to you. And it's done with this. It's got the pumpkins around it and some bats on each corner. And it's done in this fabric as well. So this was leftovers from that line from Tim Holtz. And then the advertisements. I don't think I put any of those on there, but I think I used the polka dot though in that one as well. So these two kind of match. So I do want to get this one finished. It's kind of cute. And I think the kids would like it if I hung it on my front porch or something. So that is my update for today, you guys. And more to come on the Spooky and Sweet as I learn more about it as we get closer to the end of the week. Kimberly might put a video out or something that speaks more about it. But the other things I'm going to work on this week are the hometown sewing. I have to get the sheep house and its associated blocks done this week because I'm going to do one house a week with its associated pieced quilt blocks. I want to get the Scarlet Star mini quilt done for the primitive gathering so I can start the mini maze blocks. There's 1 and 2 that are due to my own assignment to get blocks 1 and 2 done this week. And then 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, all before the 23rd. So before the next one comes out, the vintage bow tie sew along. I'm going to start quilting on my fruit medley. I need to clean out my machine. It needs a little dusting. And my soul sampler box is coming today, according to USPS mail on my phone. It is being delivered today, so I'll have that to get that pattern for the new peaceful block baskets sew along, and I can do some fabric selection for the next basket. I don't know that I'll actually reveal the box because I don't think everybody's received their box yet, according to what I was seeing on Facebook. So I think I'll hold off on revealing the contents of the box other than that pattern so that I can do a fabric selection because I think I want to get that done next week. So I'll at least have a fabric pulled on. All right, and I'm also going to be working on my yellow and white quilt for Whip Wednesday. So you guys stick with me. Tomorrow I'll be back at 10 a.m. and I'll have an update with the laundry basket quilts, my vintage bow tie sew along, maybe the mini quilt, maybe. So anyway, you guys, you have a fabulous rest of your day. Go out and smell the roses because they smell so pretty. Have a great Tuesday, you guys. Thanks for being here. I love you. Bye now.